Yeah, just picked up. What's your name? Sorry, I never got your name. Hang on, right there. Sorry,
it's all right.
It's actually here. It's Nathan.
Nathan
Yeah,
Smith, good to meet you.
Nathan Smith. Yeah. How's it going?
Oh, it's going awesome, man. I mean, a little bit of a head wreck, as I said just before. I've just been filming content inside the gym today.
Okay.
And it was one of them things where normally it takes me only about 2 or 3 hours to get enough for the week.
Okay.
But when I was filming my first video, the microphone had like disconnected after the first video. Didn't even realise it.
Okay.
So when I checked back on everything, pretty much no sound on nothing, and I had to do it all again. So it's
Bit
been
of
a long
a
shift
nightmare.
in the gym. Yeah, but it's been a good day. Like,
I love the niche. What you said. You said you're having a website. What's your Instagram so people can find out more about your PTing?
my Instagram is Nathan Smith PT.
Nathan Smith
Yeah, pretty
PT.
easy one to find out there. Like,
Okay, and that's Insta. Sorry.
yeah, it's Instagram. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I pretty much sort out anyone and everyone for everything, but the main thing that I specialise in is like for the last 7 years I've been working in rehabilitation.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah.
So are you an OT, occupation therapist?
No.
Okay.
I'm just a very passionate, normal guy.
I love the spark, passion. That's what it's about.
Yeah. Like I was just ruthlessly obsessed with anatomy. Pretty much every area of
Okay.
PT is like something that I just cling towards. Like it just goes into my brain and sticks it
Okay.
easy.
Okay.
But I had a really bad back injury when I was like 25.
Okay.
And it was one of them ones where, like, I went to bend over the sink next day and I couldn't bend over at all. And I knew that I was pretty much fucked.
Okay.
And I thought, well, I need to rehabilitate this myself. I knew it was going to be a bad problem, but I was only 25 and I was thinking, my God, am I never going to run or walk right again?
Okay.
Took about a year to rehabilitate it, and through everything I learned throughout that process, I then just carried that over to my clients. And
Okay, wow.
fortunately, I've been very lucky to deal with some really complex cases. Like there's a girl called Emma, named Scoused on Wheels, if anyone's checking this out on Instagram.
Okay, Scoused on Wheels.
Yeah. She was a girl who she went into a wheelchair about 10 years ago from a bad accident.
Okay.
We worked together for about 2 years, and I got her to walk again.
Wow, I mean, did the doctors write it off?
Pretty much, yeah. She'd had like 3 or 4 different physiotherapists before.
Yeah, wow, that's an amazing story, that.
Yeah. And I imagine that it's just because there's limitations of how far the NHS can reach in their practices.
Okay.
But they got her pretty much just to the point of being able to sit up, but they never really went down the walking route. And I would call up the hospital every now and then and update her consultant with like how the progress was going and stuff. And after she'd been with me for about 6 months, I just got a call off the hospital one day and they said, listen, we have no idea what it is that you're doing, but whatever you're doing, just keep it up.
Wow, if the hospital called you and said that?
Like for her particular kind of injury, they reckon that there's only been like 2 people in the UK who've been able to like walk again from it. So.
And what was the injury called specifically? Can you remember?
It's a bit hard to try and describe it. She basically had a nasty fall
Okay.
out of the second story of a building one day, and she fractured the bottom vertebrae in her spine, and that's like severed her spinal cord.
Okay.
So she was pretty much paralysed from the waist down, like from the moment it happened.
Okay.
But she wasn't like fully paralysed. It was just like, the easiest way to describe it would just be saying that a few of her muscles downstairs just switched off.
Yeah.
But because she had so much time in the wheelchair and not having any specific physical therapy for her lower body, she had a lot of muscular wastage as well.
Okay.
So, once we got working and stuff, first we were just trying to rebuild the muscle, but we did a lot just to try and improve her basic coordination. So just lifting the hips with her own body weight up and around, doing like hip circles and stuff, trying to rebuild that neurological connection. And yeah, it took us about 2 years to get to the point where she could walk again. And don't get me wrong, she wouldn't be like walking a mile or something like that by herself. We got her to walk about 200 meters by herself, but otherwise she'd need like crutches or something to go longer distances. But still, it's a big improvement from where she was.
Yeah, no, definitely. So gradually she got better.
Yeah.
No, I'll definitely keep you in mind. Like, I've got back problems, to be honest. I've seen a chiropractor, osteopath, physio, and they all have pros and cons. This was years ago. Don't suffer with it really at the moment, but I've still got that pain. I can sleep a certain way, or every now and again I'll have a certain back problem or an issue.
Yeah.
So it's good to know there's options out there, and it's good to get different perspectives.
Well, yeah, I mean, not to plug the our business.
Yeah.
But, I've just started doing it's basically a physiotherapy bootcamp for taxi drivers.
Okay. You mentioned, it sounds like a really good niche, and taxi drivers need it.
Yeah. I just noticed when I was you look like you look after yourself, but
yeah, try to.
9 out of 10 guys who I got in with, once they've been on the job for a couple of years, they're picking at garages, eating all kinds of shit, the weight piles on them.
Yeah.
But the main thing that got me with them was that the knees and the lower backs and the shoulders and stuff
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I do. I've got knee problems. As well. One of them every now and again. The other one, but I've heard abdominal exercises are great to help with support.
Yeah. I mean, each knee case is a bit individual, but I noticed that I've done boot camps and stuff before, but I noticed that the kind of exercise that you do in